When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, be not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin.
For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the New York Giants and the Washington football team. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Good running from Barkley there on first down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down and 4, Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Faking the give. Now Watson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 48 yards. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Switch out. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
A first down carry for Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Watson, off play action. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked by Julian Love.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Jonathan Allen breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Out They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Now Fitzpatrick. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down. Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick. And this is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. DeAndre Carter returning it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And Washington has retaken the lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll try the air now with Watson. That's complete to John Ross. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off at the 18. Now he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. His throw incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. To the air yet again, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. After the sack on first down, Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Pull it together. Right there. Strong. 54 miles. 65.
To throw is Fitzpatrick.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
3rd and short yardage, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd. And he works free. And some room to maneuver. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
68 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, Fitzpatrick. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Returning it, John Ross.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Watson on 1st down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be out right at the 35.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
91 yards rushing for him now, as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 31, check 31. Big Ed. Can you go 5-0 here? Mike 20. Gotta do better. Jim, go Jim. Mike 20.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Touchdown! Logan Thomas from 17 yards out. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation. And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. That's caught by Galladay. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Throwing on third down, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Once more, Gibson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson. And that's complete to Shepard. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Back to throw, Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't
even before they put the toe to the leather on that one. Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Throwing here, Fitzpatrick. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On third down, here's Gibson.
They'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 154 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
They'll try to run with Gibson.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Montez Sweat getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better.